They're not online yet. Okay, we're going to start because I know that we don't want to keep people that need to go and sleep in the next couple of hours for too long. So I'd like to just welcome all the Sherpas, the representatives, and delegations to the second G20 Sherpa meeting for South Africa. I'm not going to remind us of the theme. It's behind us, but we've discussed this quite significantly since last year. It's solidarity, equality, and sustainability. Again, to just thank all of you for logging in at this time, despite the differing time zones. We really appreciate the efforts
Thank you.
that we all take to participate here with us. Helena, are you?
Not.
Can you hear us? Is it a technical issue?
No, I can hear you.
Oh, good. Thanks. I also like to thank the Troika members for their support. We had a good meeting in Washington, D.C. last week, myself and Maurizio and Nels. So just to thank them for that meeting to help set the tone for some of the issues that we're going to be dealing with here. As we've restated, and our ministers have stated, and also the leaders of our working groups, I'm sure have stated in all the meetings, we are honored to be the president of the G20 for this year, but we also recognize that it is an enormous task. And for us to achieve our goals under our presidency, we rely on all G20 members. We also rely on guest countries and international organizations to support our work and to participate in the work of the G20 in all the working groups and the task forces. I am briefed by the working group coordinators, and they can speak for themselves later today, and our Sherpa team, that the meetings that have been held thus far are significantly were well supported by all the members, but also from the international organizations and guests. We have received overwhelming support for our planned outcomes and also our agenda. We have also received concrete proposals and recommendations from all delegations, which we appreciate, and we have taken these under consideration as we plan towards a very ambitious leaders' declaration at the end of this year. The foreign ministers meeting was held in February this year. The ministers and the delegates expressed support for South Africa's themes, the priorities, but also supported the working methods. And the working methods included the proposed method of managing the geopolitical issues, which is similar to the manner in which it was managed under the Brazilian presidency. And that is that the geopolitical issues, well, we're not going to stop the discussions. We just hope that the in-depth discussions on this and the resolutions of these will be dealt with by the G20 Sherpas, the Ministers of Foreign Affairs, and of course, the leaders. This will allow the working groups to focus on the technical issues that are incredibly important for our agenda. The Ministers of Finance and also the Central Bank Governors meeting held their first meeting in February, and like the Foreign Ministers meeting, was relatively well supported, and we really appreciate the manner in which delegations engaged with us in those ministerial meetings. In fact, we have to express our appreciation for the manner in which you've embraced the spirit of Ubuntu, which is the spirit that underpins and the culture that underpins not just South Africa's culture of inclusiveness, but also is an Africa-wide culture. And Ubuntu really underpins our commitment and solidarity in addressing our common challenges in achieving shared prosperity. So for us, as South Africa, we want to reaffirm multilateralism for the achievement of our shared interests and addressing the many pressing and ever-changing global challenges. We believe this is important, and that the G20 must work with the UN and other multilateral institutions to mitigate these challenges and to find practical solutions for all of us. We look forward to the constructive engagements from all members of the G20, also the invited guests, also the international organizations. And we hope that as you listen to the reflections from the working group members in your own inputs, you'll be able to sharpen as the Sherpas what you believe we should be taking forward as a collective. We are in the 4th month of our presidency, and the 15 working groups have successfully held their first meetings. Most of these meetings were held virtually, some were held in person. The task forces, all 3 of them, have also held their first meetings. And over the next 2 days, we'll be getting some inputs from them, because what we're doing today is really just taking stock of these meetings. The objective for today is let's take stock of what has happened, where we need to improve, but what are the key issues that may need special attention for the negotiations. So I'm not going to go into the details of the working groups. That will be done by each of the working group chairs. We've asked them to keep the inputs short. It's a working meeting. We've asked them to stick to 3 minutes so that we can get in. Today we will be dealing with 9 working groups and also a presentation on the G20 at 20. So we have divided these presentations into 2 sessions. Presentations will be made under each session. Today we will be dealing with 9, but and I'm just going to list them so that people have a sense of which ones they are. So we'll be dealing with the Development Working Group, the Anti-Corruption Working Group, the Culture Working Group, the Education Working Group, the Women's Empowerment Working Group, Environment and Climate Sustainability Working Group, the Health Working Group, the Tourism Working Group, the Disaster Risk Management Working Group, and then also a presentation then on the G20 at 20, the methodology and the plan to implement it. We will then take the reflections and inputs from G20 members, guests, and international organizations, and then we'll conclude with a summary of the issues that have emerged, but also a sense of what the map is for the way forward for the next Sherpa meeting. The next Sherpa meeting will be held in person. It will be from the 26th to the 28th of June, and we do have a venue now, and that venue will be the Sun City Resort, which is in the northwest province of South Africa. It's about 2 hours drive from the capital, and the logistics of how to get there will be shared closer to the time. There's been a few lobbyists in this room for Sun City, and Brazil being the chief lobbyist amongst them. So hopefully some of you will at least be happy about where the venue is now. So without taking too much time, I'm going to ask the leader of the Development Working Group, who is our Deputy Director General, Ms. Josephilda Schlope, to present on the Development Working Group. Over to you, Josephilda.
Thank you, TG. Good morning, good afternoon.
Just hold on for 1 minute.
For me to. Now I can start. Good morning, good day, good night, good evening, colleagues. I will talk very briefly on the Development Working Group. After the first Development Working Group meeting held virtually in January, draft zeros of the priorities chosen by the Development Working Group that infused verbal and written comments, suggestions from all of you colleagues from the Development Working Group were sent to member states, guest countries, and international organizations on the 14th of March, giving a whole month to consult while still at Capital. Just a quick reminder, the proposed priorities and outputs for the development working group. It's financing for development in looking particularly at illicit